Good morning, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're able to check in and give yourself the things that your body and brain are telling you need. I've had to kind of focus on what it is that I've needed lately because I've been thrown off balance a bit. Not in a bad way, just in a regular life has shifted way. The exciting thing is that Dave, my guy, he got a new job. He used to be a landscaper, hardscaper, and he would spend all day busting up massive rocks and reforming them into things like stone patios, rock walls, what have you. And it was really, really hard work. And he's out in sub-zero weather. He's out in blazing hot and humid weather. He's breathing in rock dust all day. He's wrecking his body, and he would come home completely just stripped of everything and had nothing left. He was exhausted. And he'd been doing this for almost 9 years, and it's been time for a change. It's just that before we met, he was actually a therapist, and he didn't want to get back into therapy. He'd done that for, I think, 15, 16 years, and he's a very sensitive person, and I think just dealing with these big issues, working with people who have these massive issues was just taking a toll on him as well. And so he really needed to find a job that didn't suck his soul dry. And so for the past few years, while he was working, he was also taking classes to become a photographer, which has been a lifelong passion of his. And he has a job. Like a few weeks ago now, he started being a commercial photographer for a business that is highly ethical and wonderful and high energy and high spirited, and they are all about conservation and the planet and fair trade, and they're just amazing. They are amazing, and he is now their photographer. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And it's retail, like it's a retail shop. It's Mexicali Blues. And he loves it. It's creative, and it's challenging in a different way, and it's a great environment to work in, and he's doing something he loves to do, something he's always wanted to do. And he comes home now and he has more energy, and he's just lighter. It's very cool. Anywho, with this awesome change comes a change in my own schedule. And with his old job, he would leave an hour earlier than he does now. And that extra hour that he was gone allowed me to move my body, do my meditation, set intentions, and just really, that was like my time where I wasn't working. It wasn't me and him coexisting in the home together. It was just me giving myself all the things that I needed. And I'm realizing now that was a huge luxury. And, I always think about people with kids, and how it's harder. It must be so challenging to find that time and space to just have for just oneself. But I didn't really think about if you live with somebody, just one other adult person, like that's also a challenge. And so I've grown accustomed to having this magic hour just for myself, which I no longer have. Oh, right. Okay, so I had to recalibrate, right? Because I'm not gonna like say you need to leave. This is my hour. Like this is his home. He's allowed to be here. And we do not have much space. This is literally it. There's the kitchen. I'm in the living room, the office end of the living room. That's where he likes to sit. That's his end of the couch. And you know, he could go upstairs into the art room and putz around, but you know, he likes to be down here with the dog and the sunlight. The sun's in on this end of the house, and you know, listen to music and all the things that don't exist really up in the art room. Anyway, so this morning I had a conversation with him and I said, I love that you're here. I love that you're doing a great job that you have a great job now, and it's inspiring and motivating and giving you this new energy. I have started to become comfortable with just sitting here for an extra hour, drinking more coffee and delaying the things that need tending to. I said, but the hour that you were gone was the hour that I moved my body and exercised and danced and you know, set my intentions and meditated and do all those sorts of things, and I would like to continue doing that. He said, well, when do you start doing that? I said 6:30, like, because we get up early. We get up at like 5, well, 4:45, and then from then till 6:30, then 6:30 he was gone. Boom, that's when I would do my stuff for an hour. Then I would get cleaned up, and then everything's for work starts at 8. And I said, but I need that. I need to spend that hour doing those things again, because I'm starting to find my body's getting stiff again. I am don't have the energy. I'm not sleeping as well as I was. Just all these little things start adding up. And I know that once those start adding up, then I'm going to start getting crazy about craving sugar again, because my subconscious is craving that energy and that pick up and that feel good. And I know that the longer I don't move my body, the more just like I wilt. And I don't want to wilt. Like, I like this motivation and momentum and inspiration that I continue to have. And it's just like a car battery, you know, if it sits too long, the battery's going to die. And if I sit too long, my battery dies. And so I don't want my battery to die. I like how I feel when I move. And, so yeah, we've just been coming up with some creative problem solving and, like figuring out what I need, what he needs, and how we can make that all feel accessible and doable. And yeah, and then I just realized that that's what it's all about, like change, whether it's good or bad, it changes everything, like when this positive change affected other parts of our life. It came with a pay cut, so we have to be more, restrictive with our spending right now. And it came with more I don't know, like more of a fixed schedule. His schedule was it came with a different schedule, not a fixed schedule. It came with a different schedule. So that affected both of us. And yeah, it just did different things. And some of it's positive, most of it's positive, and some of it's just different. And so it's kind of an interesting time right now to shift gears, right? Like 2020 was all about having to recalibrate and shift gears and find a new way of navigating the world. And I feel like that was boot camp, basic training, and for those skills. And right now, I know that I think before the pandemic, if this shift would have happened, I would have been like annoyed. I would have been annoyed that, and I don't even know if it was before the pandemic, but Crystal probably 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago would have been annoyed that he's around now. It's like, and I would have been kind of, you're taking away my time. You're still like, I just would have not moved my body, done my exercises, done my meditation, and I would have not expressed that that's what I needed. I would have started resenting him for taking that away from me. I would have, and then all the consequences of me not doing those things anyway, just becoming a cranky bitch and feeling stuck, feeling like I've let myself down again, like here we go again, like I can never just have, like, that's how my brain used to be. Like it was a little more blaming and a little more judgmental, and it was a little more, not holding myself responsible and accountable for the things that I can control. I can stand up for myself. I can not stand up for myself, but I can express what my needs are. I can problem solve with the person that I cohabitate with. I can recognize what my needs truly are, and I can be creative in ways of making those needs be met. And like it's kind of cool to step outside of myself and recognize where my mindset is now versus where it would have been like 5-10 years ago, because it was ugly when we were first together. Everything was his fault. I tried sabotaging our relationship because I didn't want to compromise, and I did a lot more blaming. Like, the reason I'm eating shitty and feeling gross and sluggish and whatever is because this guy's with me. I'm with this guy now, and that's what he wants to eat, so that's what we have to eat. And it's like, what? You are crazy. And so that's why I'm so like jazzed about all of this mindset stuff, is because it's so important to like mindset and self-awareness, like that, the whole self-care, independence, those 5 keys. Like the first key is mindset. Like where is your head at? Is it fixed and blaming and stuck, or is it, able to bend and be curious and creative and see past this initial situation? You know what I mean? Like it's very cool. And then the self-awareness, like, is this me? Is this him? Is this us? What is this? Why is that? Why am I behaving this way? It was easier to blame somebody before because then it's not your fault, and then your ego can be, superior. And it's just madness. It's just madness. And so I'm really excited that with work and fine-tuning, I'm in this place now where I can recognize my own shit. I can recognize when I recognize when I have needs, and I'm able to verbalize them and work to be creative and meeting those needs. It's very cool. Anyway, I hope that is where you are all at. And if not, Is there a way you could practice that? Is there a way that you could practice your mindset? Is there a way that you could practice your self-awareness? There is. I think I've given you some little workbooks, not workbooks, those little digital downloads. I'll put a link to all of them again in this video. But yeah, mindset, self-awareness, it's good stuff. Anyway, it's been more than 15 minutes. I've got to go for the rest of the day and prepare, and I hope you're doing well, and I love you. Mwah. Thanks for listening to one of my rants again. I'll see you soon. Bye.